Hi, I'm Ted Byrne. I'm the editor and economist for Business2Business Magazines. This month, Tara Bachman has written an interesting piece for our internet. I think it's called Navigating Turbulence. You can find it over there, up there on the buttons. And you'll discover that Tara is dealing with this problem of all the trillions of dollars that businesses are apparently sitting upon idly. And she makes a compelling case for the fact that they're not idle dollars at all, and that in fact they're contributing strongly to the economic system. But over and above that, it's occurred to me by looking at the latest profitability data on the second quarter for the year that businesses are booming in terms of profits, but flat in terms of sales. Now, how can that be? Well, it can be because firms have been closing branches, closing facilities, concentrating their production. They've been improving their process, and they've been doing everything they can to maintain and cut costs. In other words, this is a jobless recovery with high profitability and a very low tendency to bring workers back, those tens and hundreds of thousands of people laid off. Now, there's a reason for that. And the idle dollars are facilitating that. As a matter of fact, they're helping the system overall because businesses are driven to serve their customers, not to create jobs. Jobs are a byproduct, and in fact, our system is biased against jobs. You think about it. If you get a machine, the cost of the machine is, well, you get what you pays for. There are no ups and there are no extras, whereas if you hire a $50,000 worker, it'll cost you $90,000 after regulation and taxes, and the worker's going to net about 38. Think about that. 50, 90, 38. What's wrong with this picture? You can't depreciate the worker, you can't amortize the worker, and there's no salvage value to the worker because the useful life of the worker is not well defined. Human capital costs over time add, plus you've got a regulatory environment, and you've got to worry about everything from the political correctness of an environment to the physical environment for the worker. Machine, none of those things, none of them. So what we've got going on here right now is, as one employer put it recently in the Wall Street Journal, I want to get this exactly right, that we've created an environment where physical changes are relatively permanent. That means, in fact, that the changes they're making in their firms aren't going to bring back certain big hunks of job classifications. Those jobs are gone. And it's only through innovation and research and development, which those idle dollars will eventually get channeled into, that will create new types of products, new types of services, which will create the jobs for the people. But none of that's going to be done in this uncertain environment. You're certainly not going to hire a worker with uncertain costs when you've got an uncertain tax environment, an uncertain regulatory environment, not just on the federal level. This is not just a President Obama situation. It's also a situation here in Pennsylvania with the enormous pension costs about to hit and serious questions about regulatory changes in the state, especially in this pre-election situation. Isn't it interesting that neither of the major candidates for governor are even discussing their plans to deal with the pension reform situation? It's just plain scary. And so here I am, Ted Byrne, the editor and economist for Business2Business Magazines, just plain scared.